the Gambia, west coast of Africa. In all of my vlogging days, this was by far the most challenging country I've filmed in, while maintaining respect for the people and its culture. I spent 2 weeks travelling down the coastline of this country, from north to south with my friend Omar. Travelling with Omar allowed me to feel comfortable filming and visiting places that most tourists wouldn't be able to. He introduced me to his friends, family, local areas and ways of life here on the west coast of Africa. I visited a fair few countries here in Africa, but this is the first one I've filmed, but oftentimes I got told to stop filming.
Big man, what is this camera?
Hopefully, this series will give you a good insight into how life is here, both beautiful and difficult. Welcome to the Gambia, smiling coast of Africa. Okay, time to go. Taxi's arrived. It's a hot one, folks. Big bag is on. Time to head to the next destination. Khartoum. You support Manchester United?
Yeah.
Yeah? So Omar wants to stop for some mangoes. He's seen a nice mango store here. What's there? So I'm trying to put my phone in my pocket. Mangoes.
What?
Huh? You've got them? Have you had them? Yeah. You've got the mango? Ah, okay. Thank you very much. Thanks, man. Take care. There we go. $100 here again. It's like £1 for 4 big mangoes. Fruit is cheap. Police check number 2.
Yes. Dia nak Hello, kurang, baru kurang.
Hello.
Yeah.
Swabbing board.
Yeah. Okay. Ini berapa?
We've reached, hang on folks, am I recording? I am. Okay, slight confusion. The little place we were supposed to go to is called Boboy, but they have themselves down twice on Google Maps, and we've come to the wrong one basically. It's way further down the coast in the town, so we've just come across this other one. I forget the name of it now, but it looks very nice. Decorated with many shells. So we're going to check in here. It's exactly where Omar wants to be for the surf. So let's get checked in, folks, and let's see what this bit of the coastline's got to offer, eh? This is the spot for the night. Loads of these little cabins like this. Let's go and check it out, shall we? Apparently we're in room number 6. Lovely, 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 lovely. Ooh. Oh my days. I think I've just seen the cutest little puppy. Cute as. Okay folks, so we're just off down to the beach. I'm going to check out on Omar. He's already headed off down there on his board. So I just have to charge a couple of things up. Had to charge the drone up, had to charge everything up because we didn't have charge last night. No charge folks. Anyways, let's go and see what he's up to. He went down about an hour ago. I've just been sat here chilling. Anyways, vamos. Cheeky little beer for the beach. Well, I was passing by the bar, so why not? Why the hell not? There's the outside shower. This will be the way to the beach, folks. Beautiful soft sand under the feet. Looking forward to this. Apparently there's a slightly unusual feature on this beach that we're not used to in the UK. So, anyways, without further ado, I give you Katong Beach. Almost like it's like a beach bar that once was a beach bar but is no longer. There's a few of them around. There's one here, there's one a bit further up, there's another one down there. Some white guy with a stick on the back of his bike, randomly. As you do, as you do. Anyway, we're getting closer folks, we're getting closer. You see what I mean? I'm not sure if I should be here or not, to be honest with you. These terribly cold shops. This is probably a nice bustling little beach bar at one time. Anyway folks. I don't want to intrude and not be anywhere I'm not supposed to be. These are the kind of things you come across on the remote parts of the Gambian coastline. Another one there, look. Makes you wonder, eh? What used to go on here? Right, so you guys aren't going to be able to see this probably because they all jump in their little holes, but you see these little holes in the ground everywhere. They've all got a crab inside, folks, and beyond me, from about there, there's one there. From there onwards, there's loads of holes, and all of the crabs, I kid you not, I can see about 200, yeah, and they're all just outside their little hole chilling. But as soon as I walk past, they pop into the hole. But let's go and see if we can capture any. No man, they're all going straight into their hole. Ah, it's so funny. So let's see. They go straight in, man. Honest to God, that is funny. That is funny. Continues all the way down. That's basically the Senegalese border. Right there will be the Senegal border somewhere. It's right there. There's going to be a river inlet there somewhere, and that'll be the Senegalese border. And I'm potentially going to do a little boat trip down there because I've got a little thing about borders. I don't know, I love borders because I'm so close to one. Why not? See another place here. Let's go and check it out. Let's go and check this other place out. It looks quite derelict again. I don't know what goes on here. An old burnt chair, an old burnt plastic chair. You can see some shade. Table here, table in the back here. We've got these shells, which means to me this used to be a bar. I've seen this in Senegal. Yeah man, it's just like, it's almost like people try to do something here and then it fails, you know, or they just don't have the resources to keep going. I don't know what's beyond there. There's a fence there. I can see a piece of material over there, which could potentially mean there's someone here, you know, guards keeping an eye out on the land. But I just wanted to show you guys what we come across here on the Gambian coastline, you know. Quite sad really if someone's tried to do something and it hasn't worked out for them, you know. It's just it seems like that's the kind of thing that happens here quite regularly. There's a lot of abandoned buildings. Anyways, all the crabs, folks, honest to God, I wish you could see them all. They're just all lined up right alongside here, hanging out by their little hole, ready to jump in when they need to be safe. Sunset time. This is the little hut that we saw before. There's little paths here. Again, I don't want to tread on anyone's land. Just trying to show you guys what's derelict here, you know, just... Here we are, back home, where we began. I think it's time for a shower, folks. Time to refresh and go and see the guy from the animal farm. We're going to meet a guy that I've met online. He's got a reptile farm here. He rescues animals, all different types of animals, and then resends them into the wild once they're fighting fit, folks. This is the beachfront of the place we're staying, Nemasu Eco Lodge. You can go inside?
Yes, yes.
Yeah?
I can go inside, but I put a pants. Otherwise, she's very careful with me, but I don't have the skin of hyena, so sometimes it go through.
Wow, man, unbelievable, bro.
She can bite. Even I give her the head of a cow lately.
And she eat
everything. Only
straight away, yeah?
Straight. She take her some days. She bite it and reduce it to powder.
Oh, man. How long have you had her?
She's 1 year and a half.
1 year and a half, yeah?
She's a teenager. She's
Oh
not
my
fully
God,
grown
bro.
yet.
This is
She's
unreal.
around 40 kilos. She will reach 65, 70 kilo.
So she's still growing, yeah?
Yeah.
How do you know what they eat and drink?
Because it's my study.
It's your study.
And research after. Plenty of I'm a zoologist, I'm a herpetologist, and plenty of contact with different.
What's the animal called?
This is sealet cats.
A what?
The sealets.
Sealet. And this is just in the Gambia, the animal? Or
No, it's all over Africa,
all over Africa?
but there's not so many of them left.
Quite uncommon, yeah? Wow. And how big do these grow to?
20 kilo.
20 kilo? Wow. Good morning, folks. Good morning from Nemasu Eco Lodge here in, I forget the name of it, I'll put it on the screen now. It was just above Khartoum, about 15 kilometers, maybe 10 kilometers north of Khartoum, which is where we're heading today. We're heading a little further south around the Khartoum area and the Senegal border. So Omar knows where we're going to go. He's got a little spot there that he wants to show me. So we're going to pick a place to stay, and that will be the digs for the next 24 hours, folks. But I think this morning, bro. Cafe. He has his coffee. Coffee with milk today.
Yeah.
Coffee with milk today, folks. Anyways, we're going to go for a little walk along the beach in a bit. There's a big mosque right on the ocean there, right next to where all the fishermen are as well. So could make for some interesting drone shots. Let's see. Anyways, just finishing off our coffee and then vamos. Beautiful, beautiful. Don't know who this is, this weirdo. You see the mosque? And we've got some obligatory cows down on the beach down here as well. It's quite a trend here, folks. Cows and bulls just roaming around on the beach. That's a perfect for a logo, that one. Check him out. Checking out the waves again, folks. He's addicted to these waves. Anyways, hello. Hello. We're just coming up to the huge mosque here, right there. In Gunjur Medina. Some locals. This is the big fishing place as well. You can see all the fishing boats just beyond yonder there. But within these rocks here, there's a big pile of shells and stuff here. Some woman's doing something with those. But there's guys there looking for calamari in the rocks. Huh?
They found it in the rocks and sell it.
Yeah. Oh, they selling these?
Yeah, they're selling this for the...
Like this stuff here?
Yeah, what that's they make for the road, for the hotels.
Like the building material?
No, you can bring it to your house, also mix it with the cement.
Okay.
But for the road,
Yeah.
for the hotels, that a lot of hotels, they put it on the way.
On the floor, yeah?
On the floor, you can walk easily.
There you go. That's what those guys are doing, collecting all the shells, and then they use it as a like a base for a walkway in the hotels and things like that.
Yeah, and then you don't
Clever, eh?
see the kids.
So it's not, it gives it a good grip, I guess, yeah?
You don't see the kids.
Here we go, man. Here's the mosque. So apparently the old president, who is no longer the president, had this built here about 10 years ago. So we've got some kids up there. Hello, folks. Okay, so Omar's just told me that this is also a school, not just a mosque. It's an Arabic school.
It's a mosque, Arabic school, but it a part, they make it like a school.
Okay, so there's a section for a school.
Yeah, it's also for teaching the kids. Like they put homeless children who don't have mom and dad mostly. They live here, and some they get charities from people's
To help, yeah?
to help their food. That's how they hear a lot of kids, and they live here. Almost like 100 kids
Living there, yeah.
living there.
Oh, there you go. It's like kind of like an orphan as well, where
I couldn't
kids
tell you.
stay.
I couldn't tell you everything because I don't know much about it. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know,
You know that.
So just a little bit.
Yeah, man. There you go. Bit of information from Omar there. Pretty chill. Omar trying to get them aggressive. You trying to get us into trouble, bro? You trying to get us a little chased by the cow?
I just tell them like to be safe.
Leave them alone, man. Look at them. He's got a funny colour. Look at him. Hey, hello, fella. They don't want us getting too close. They don't want us
That's
getting
what
too
I don't
close.
even cross with this one called.
You see all the fishing boats lined up in the distance there? Hundreds of them. Hundreds. Thousands of people in the distance on the coast there. Guessing that's where they all come in with their fish. It's the way we're heading. So I guess we're going to be in the thick of it in a minute, folks. Go and see what all the fuss is about, eh? So just coming up to all the boats here now. Same as that other place we were at with the fishing place in Sanyang. Lots of boats, lots of huts in the background there where people will stay, chill out until they're ready to go out on the boats. Some of the guys here just chilling underneath their boats in the shade. Yeah, man. What a life, what a different culture, man. It's unbelievable. See? And the hustle and bustle in the distance there. Boats coming in, boats going out, people walking into the ocean, people walking out of the ocean. Huge crowd there, people walking with nets, kids running about. Oof. It's a busy place, folks. It's a busy place. You gonna dive into the sand? Woo! Yeah, man. This is where it's all at. I've been told again not to film some guy when I was just filming them coming off the boat. He was like, so I need to be very careful, folks. I need to be very careful. Fish factory basically, and you saw all the guys running back and forth with the bucketfuls of fish. Yeah? Hundreds of thousands of fish, man, it's unbelievable. People running back and forth, back to the boats, back up to the factory, back. Unreal, man. Anyway. Local guys having a laugh with Omar. He was just telling me then that a lot of these guys are, it's quite a rough area basically, it's quite a dangerous area, you know. Anyways folks, hope you enjoyed that little insight into a very, very busy fishing town in Gambia. Gunjur Medina. Just caught up with that herd of cows that were lying down before. They've all decided to wander on towards the mosque.
It's watching you.
I know. It's watching the ginger.
Who is this white man?
Who wants the white blood? So you got the shells here again. Some guys bagging them up, putting them into sacks, ready to be shipped off for sale. $100, see?
Yes.
For one bag? One bag.
Half a bag.
Okay, so a whole sack is $100, see? Which is just over £1. Incredibile.
Hard job.
He loves to wind things up.
You see?
He doesn't just wind me up, he winds the animals up as well, look. It's a bloody bully, isn't he? It's a standoff. I can just imagine him as a little kid. He's still a big kid, as you can see. He's evil. Evil. Evil, bro. Evil. Home sweet home. Home sweet home. here you go. Here's an example of what they use them shells for, where we saw them people separating the all the shells to use as building materials. And obviously they use it on the floor as well, where we were staying. I showed you before, no, when we first got there, loads and loads of shells on the floor and the walls and everything, like. So yeah, man, that's another beautiful thing about Africa, you know. They make things out of what they've got. Do you know what I mean? Like, we've got hundreds, tons of shells in the UK. Do we use them for construction? Nope. Well, there we go, folks. That was Nemasu Eco Lodge. Next stop, we're going to another, well, we're camping out tonight. I think we're in a tent. All the rooms are taken in the place that we wanted to stay in, so I believe there's a tent available, so will be exciting. But sounds great, man. And hopefully we're going to do a little river cruise down the river that separates Senegal from Gambia. So the next stage of our adventure begins. Are home for the next night. Peace of mind. Right by a little lake here. It's a very small little place in the middle of nowhere, basically. As you saw the road then, it was just like sand and all of that. Got these little benches here. Very basic indeed, but beautiful. They do little boat rides from here, I believe, as well, in this lagoon here. So I'm wondering if this is actually the border. I'm wondering if it's Senegal right now. I'll have to get my phone out and check it out. But I've got a funny feeling, folks, that is Senegal right there. I love borders, the invisible ones, eh? There's home for the next night. 10 quid to camp under a roof. It is what it is, folks. All his little rooms are busy. He's just started this a couple of years ago. This is his new little place here. And I wasn't wrong. It's the surfer. The surfer. I wasn't wrong, folks. Is this going to break if I walk on it? I don't think so. Anyways, what we have here, Senegal, Gambia, Senegal. So I get that feeling that I had when I was in Mexico, when we were on the Belize and Mexican border. It's crazy, man. There's a different country over there, and there's huge troubles right now. You see some fishing boats just up here. There's a little fishing community there. But yeah, like I said at the beginning of this series, you know, there's big troubles going on in Senegal right now with government and all sorts going on. So we were potentially planning on going to the south of Senegal, an area called Casamance, but after finding out about all the troubles and stuff, I don't think that's a wise move, to be honest with you. So we're just going to stick around here, and then we're going to head back north tomorrow. But I'm definitely going to do a little river cruise up here. I think they do river cruises right up the river here, so could be interesting, folks. But anyways, for now, we just got here. Just going to chill out for a little bit. Okay, folks, so let me just tell you what happened at that military stop right there. Like the other ones, I've just been taking a little bit of footage as we've been coming up to them, and on one of them I kept the camera going just to kind of see what would happen with, you know, what questions they ask and that kind of thing, just curious. The first two, fine, no problems, you know, but this one, as you saw, I kind of held the camera to show the stop sign, and then we went through to the military, and I was kind of just had my camera on to record the conversation that we were going to be having, and a guy ran up to the policeman and said, he's got a camera, he's filming. So the policeman looked at me and said, pull over to the side. So we had to pull up onto the side, and then they came over and asked why I was filming and this, that and the other. So I was just explaining, you know, it's just, I'm travelling and I'm just taking video of the culture and all of this. And then the guy would continue to say, no, he was taking video of the military, you know. And I says, no, just I'm just doing it for video purposes, you know. I like to put videos together, and anyways, explaining to him. So they asked me to have a look at the camera, basically, to show them the footage that I'd taken. And he said basically, next time you're filming, please ask permission from anyone. But he was understandable. He said, you know, just be careful next time, and off you go. So yeah, it was a little bit scary actually, because one of the policemen, he looked quite annoyed, you know, to begin with. But once I started explaining things, and Omar and the other guy explained, you know, of what I was doing, just filming the local areas and stuff, they kind of calmed down a little bit. So but a lesson learned, folks, a lesson learned. I didn't think I was doing anything wrong, but like I've said many times in these videos, well, on this trip, you just got to be careful what you're filming, you know, because I know it can be disrespectful, you know. Well, I'm not quite sure what lives down these holes, but the holes are rather large. They ain't small crab holes. Let's see if we find anything coming out of them tonight, shall we? Anyways, just having a little wander, folks, basically. It's got some of these little benches set up here, made out of old bits of wood and bits of boat. I don't know how far we can go down here. Should have a little mooch, should have a little wander, see what we can see. Let's go and have a look, shall we? And you, I haven't put my shoes on, and I don't think I'm going to get very far, to be honest with you. It comes to a dead end anyway. There we go, we can't get any further than that. That was our adventure, shortened, very easy. The standard look of my feet on this trip. Not the cleanest, folks, not the cleanest, but it's been a very dusty trip. Anyway, look at this, so tranquil. Senegal. Sitting over the border. I just love the thought of another country just being over there, you know. I don't know what it is. Don't ask me why it turns me on, but it does. So Lamin here, the guy that runs this place, he's got there's 8 different types of mangroves in the world, in the whole world, different types of species, and he's got 7 of them here in his little ecosystem, basically. So yeah, and he's also got other plants going on here, which he was just showing me. He's got like a tamarind plant. See if I can go and find it. Tamarind. He's got some lemons growing. There you go, that is a tamarind plant. So he's got all this space here that he wants to eventually make rooms in, and he's got some more land just beyond here as well, where we walked before. When I walked to the end, he's got plans for that as well, to put rooms and everything there. So yeah, he's got a part of the world here. He's in like quite a good ecosystem area. Loads of things here, loads of, like I say, the mangroves and everything, you know. Loads and loads. But anyways, he's setting us up here. Attire, you know how you're setting up the attire here, Lamin. Yeah, man. Omar likes his attire tee.
Yeah,
So, and you do, I suppose, yeah? It's a big thing for you guys here. So, yeah, man. I was just explaining about your place here, bro.
Thanks so much.
So, you know,
so much,
this is Lamin.
Yeah.
This is the guy that runs the place and all of that, and is the one with all of these ideas that I'm telling him about.
Peace of mind.
Welcome to Peace of Mind. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much.
Respect, man.
Look at what he's got here, man. Right on the river. Right. Cheers, bro.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Right on the border here. Right on the border, like I just showed you before. Yeah, he set us up with a little tea set here. So the teapot will go on here in a minute. Some sugar, little teapot. Look at that. Now there's a photo, isn't it? What a beautiful guy. What a beautiful guy with a brilliant vision. He's an ex-chef. He was chefing for a while in a hotel somewhere, and then he quit that, and then he's bought this little place here, and within 2 years he's built himself this building and created this whole little place, man. It's unbelievable. So he was just chatting to me before he could see me filming, and he was saying, please promote my place, man, help me get it out there to the world, you know. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to show you his place here, which I have been doing, obviously. And if you want any more information, get in touch with me. If you want a really authentic, like Gambian, in the middle of nowhere experience, right on the border of Senegal, and you can do river trips up here. I don't know what other activities, but yeah, you can do bits and bobs here. It's still very undeveloped in this area. Do you know what I mean? So there's no electricity here really. We can't charge things up and that kind of thing. I think he's got solar power here for light and stuff like that. But one absolutely amazing place. Like I say, he's got an idea beyond there for a nice private room as well. So and he also has huge crabs. But there's also smaller little crabs. He says he's got various animals here because it's literally, it's like he says, it's quite a protected, I think it's protected ecosystem here, you know. So oh man, I love what he's just done here. Look at this. It's so peaceful because you're totally off the beaten path. Like the road we came off to get here, we were driving almost like, it was almost like you were driving along the bottom of the river, basically. You know, it was just like an open bit of land, as you saw, with wet bits here and there. And he does say it does flood in the spring high tide. He says it floods, and they had to kind of create another road to go around it when it was really bad. So because I was saying to Omar, what if it rains here and we get stuck, like because he thinks the rains are coming now. He can see the clouds coming in the sky. Omar reckons the rains are coming from Senegal, so let's see anyways. But he's cooking up a fish tonight for us. He's, well, a supper, I think it's fish he's doing. Butterfish dinner. There they are, chilling. Omar talking surf. But yeah, anyway folks, we're just chilling here. I'll show you my humble little abode, shall I, for the night? Here she is. This is where I'll be staying today.
Yes.
Nice thick mattress though, look at that.
I listened and I heard some
For feeding the fish there, Lamin. Yeah. We just spotted some little fish down there, and he's throwing bits of the fish that we don't want back into the water. And what will that do? Attract many things. The sharks, crocodile.
Yeah.